Hi, welcome back to the channel in lovely Mallorca. Today I've brought you to the Port of Sóller, which is absolutely a beautiful little place. It's filled up with cafes, bars, a beautiful walk, the beautiful sandy beach we'll look at later on the film. And honestly, it's so much to do here. If you're all around this part, around the west part of it, it really is worth coming down to the town of Sóller and the Port of Sóller. So let's go and have a little look and see what it's all about. So in today's film, what the plan is to have a walk right up the beach, have a look at the sands. It's roughly as far as we can walk up that way. And then have a paddle, have a look at how many people are about, come back, have a look at the boats, restaurants, the shops, everything that's around here. If you fancy renting a boat, you can do all that sort of thing, canoes and all that, or you can just lie on the beach or one of the sun lounges and watch the day go past. At the moment we're in the middle of a heat wave, and believe me, it really is hot. But it's lovely just to get in the sea and cool off by having a swim or whatever. We have a paddle today, which is really nice, isn't it? I do enjoy my paddles, you know. But it's really busy at the moment, which is coming up to the middle of July. There you go. For a one sunbed is $6.65, for a sunbed and an umbrella $11.60, or two sunbeds and one umbrella is $18.15 per day. And they've got a safe as well, but it doesn't actually say if that includes a safe or not. The other side of the road is lots of restaurants and bars and things if you fancy a drink or a bite to eat. If you're enjoying today's film, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you haven't subscribed, and I'd love you to hit that subscribe button and the bell. It really helps my channel grow, and these trams are ever so frequent now. It's only a few minutes between them. Just shows how busy it is at the moment. I'm looking forward to getting down there shortly and having a paddle, I must admit. But the people who live up there right at the top in those houses, imagine what a spectacular view they've got, eh? And if you feel a little bit energetic, you can always rent a bicycle, because some great rides around here. But I would really recommend getting an e-bike. It makes it so much easier, because obviously being part of the mountains we are here, the mountains are very steep unless you experience ride, of course. It's a beautiful walk along here. So the further you walk up, the quieter it gets. If you like a little bit of empty beach, should I say, this would be the place to come. And then we could just continue walking round up there. And the tram track takes a left turn here, where we take a right. There's a good handful of hotels just round there. Walk over this little bridge, which is a torrent under it. If you get a load of excess water, that's where it ends up down there. And it follows you all the way around the mountain ranges, this does. It goes quite a small beach here now, the other side of that bridge. So again, it starts getting a bit busier. It's a lovely little place just here, I must admit. It's sort of like out of the way, just for the hotels, a few more bars, hotels here with the bars and things. Because then you can just continue walking around there up the hill and you get to a lighthouse just round there if you want to, if you're feeling brave. So I'm saying there's all hotels here with shops, restaurants under them. Surprising how far we've walked actually, from when the tram dropped us off right down the far end. Walked right along the beach, following where the tram took us from the port, from the town of Point rather, and all the way down here. It's quite nice, quite a long walk, but it's a lovely walk if you know what I mean. The beach is really busy, isn't it? As I said, it doesn't surprise me because we are in the middle of July now. Nice to see it's so busy really, isn't it?
Okay, klaar.
And we're just coming to the end of the promenade now. So you see loads of houses the further you walk up. I'm going to start walking back now, and we'll stop off on the way, have a drink, and right down the bottom near the tram place there's a little spa shop on one of the side streets that makes sandwiches and things. I might even have a sandwich from there or something. They're all very nice and a big selection of fillings as well. Just going to have a paddle just on the sand now. That sand is really hot. Oh, that's lovely, that is. It's ever so refreshing. But down this end it's quite stony, the water actually, I must admit, the sea. I love just looking at the different colours. You see, even the whole beach is stony here. And this is around the corner, it goes back into sand again. You really don't realise how hot the stones and the sand is. It was boiling hot. And normally I can touch and stand on quite hot things, but today the pebbles and the sand, well, they were too much for my feet anyway, let's put it that way. There's lots of people around here in the sea, isn't there? Oh, the water, the sea's just a perfect temperature. There's loads of people in here swimming and paddling and things, playing ball. To me, this is what it's all about. It's just enjoying life, having a paddle and just appreciating how lucky I am to be living here. You know, it's... That's it. There's a lot of people even on the beach here, on the sand itself, for sunbathing. So I said you've got to be so careful. Remember to drink plenty of water because you do dehydrate very quickly. And don't forget your sun cream. And if you're like me, not a lot of hair, I always try to wear my hat. It does save my head from burning. So eventually walk around the rocks, you know, rejoin the sea again. God, just look at many people on that beach. There's loads of people. I want to head back down to the sea again and have another paddle. The water of the sea is so lovely and refreshing. So this is the Port of Sóller. Have you been here before? Just on the west coast, just by the mountains type of thing. They do an excursion around here, a few excursions from different parts of the island. But have you done it either on your own steam, holidayed here, hotelled here type of thing, or been in your car for a trip? What's your experience around here? Hello. And I was saying earlier in the film, you can hire pedlos here and different beach toys and things from this end here. And if you fancy renting a boat, if you've got a licence or not, there is something for you. Or if you don't fancy it, you can go on an organised tour. They're all good fun, they really are. It does look beautiful. I just can't get enough of looking around when I'm here. It's such a beautiful little port this is. And obviously being still a working port, if you fancy something to eat and you like fish, well, you'll be in heaven here because the fish come straight off the boat, straight into the restaurants. Now you can't get a lot fresher than that, can you? And if you like your boats down this end, you can walk right round to see little boats like we've got here, going to huge boats the other side of the port, just round the corner. You can walk right round them and admire them all as you continue walking. Or you can stop in one of these restaurants here and have a drink, a glass of wine, a beer, and just watch the day go past. And if you do fancy getting the tram, sometimes this little shed here that sells the tickets or your inquiries and things, you can get the tickets on board with card or cash. €8 per adult. As I was saying earlier, there's so many different restaurants and takeaways, from ice cream to beers to wine to everything you think of. But it's well known for fish, as you can imagine, being next to the port. However, if you don't fancy that, there are places just near where the tram stops that you can get yourself a sandwich made up. And for €6, I got myself a ham and cheese baguette, a bottle of Coke, and an apple pie for dessert. Can't get better than that, can you? And then you're walking back towards the road again, across the tram tracks. You've got plenty of ice cream bars and things. Or if you go up this little road here, you go past shops. I've got a couple of little spa shops up here, a few restaurants and things like that, supermarket. And there's even a supermarket up here that I bought that French stick from. It was a French stick, a little apple cake and a bottle of Coke. It was about €6. Is this place just here it was from, just on the left hand side. And they don't actually advertise it, but you do ask, and they put out their menu, as it were, different bits of ham and cheese and pate and things. So it's just coming up to the few shops I have around here, different things for the locals, you know. Goes a lot quieter when you leave the actual main strip itself. Don't forget what I said earlier about parking. There aren't many parking spaces at all around here. So it's worth parking. As soon as you find somewhere to park, it's worth putting it in. Just obviously make sure that it's a lawful place. And if it's a proper car park spot, just make sure if you have to pay or not. They're all different around here. Some you pay, some you don't. So it's just a good idea to have a look beforehand. Well, I hope you liked today's film. Do you know, I love it around the Port of Sóller. It's a beautiful place, isn't it? But I've got so many places I love to visit on the island. What's your favourite place? Please write down the comments down below. I love to read your comments. Anyway, if you enjoyed today's film, please give us a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget the Facebook group, Love Mallorca. And I'll catch you on the next film. Bye for now.